Redwood Kings on Animal Planet stars twin brothers Ron and John, who use reclaimed pieces of redwood trees for one-of-a-kind creations. These masterpieces are so cool, it's hard to believe that they are actually even made of wood. Ron and John, thanks for joining us. Good morning.
Morning.
Hey, thanks for having us.
So we are so excited to have you on the show. Now, how in the world, because, okay, so let me back up. There's a show all about tree houses that I was watching, but until I saw this trailer, I completely forgot about this other show.
Well, don't forget all about them. I mean,
how in the world did you start making these masterpieces?
I'm sorry, I didn't get that.
How in the world did you two get started carving and creating these massive redwood designs?
Well, it all started, right out of high school. I started chainsaw carving. It's just something that I thought I wanted to do and try. And before long, I started building tree houses, and Ron popped on board. He was going to college for his master's degree in mathematics, and he sort of looked over the fence there and said, well, heck, that looks like fun. Can I help? And, that was 16 years ago.
My best friends are actually twins. How is it just being able to work with each other every day?
Well, we're a very tight family, so we grew up like that. It's kind of a rule of the house, is we had to get along. So, that's normal for us.
We have our differences,
we
learn when it's time to go to our separate corners and have some quiet time. And but we have very complementary talents and roles in the business, and so it's quite a blessing to be able to work with my family.
That is so great to hear. It's just so nice when you have that type of working environment, especially being siblings.
Yes, it is.
So kind of just give everybody the scoop on these designs that we're going to be seeing. I mean, these are pretty just incredible massive creations.
Very, very ambitious creations, and I'll tell you, by the time folks are done watching the full season of Redwood Kings, they're just going to be blown away. What's going to be going through their minds is, my goodness, what did these guys not do, and what's going to be next? Because there's never going to be the same 2 weeks twice on Redwood Kings. I mean, we start out with a tree house that comes with its own tree, pirate theme for a family in San Diego. This week's episode is going to be a 10-gun shooting gallery for a sporting goods store, animatronics, electronics, and it's going to be in South Dakota. We build replica ships for maritime museums, a water wheel gold stamp mill that looks like it was made in the 1800s up in Alaska, a duck house for the crazy duck lady, and more. I mean, every week is going to be something new.
And there's chainsaw carvings, and we have things from chainsaw carvings all the way to computer-controlled carving machines at the shop, so you'll be able to really tune in on our new show, Redwood Kings, to see all this stuff in action.
Now, do you stick to a certain location throughout the country? I know we're talking redwoods here, but is it mostly the Midwest, or do you guys just go pretty much everywhere?
Our jobs are all over the country. In fact, I wish Mark, our foreman, was here with us, but he happens to be in Canada right now installing some ships that he built over the last couple of months for a maritime museum. Over the last 2 weeks, I've been to Rome, and I just got back from Montana. And we travel the world doing our work. It's just incredible. We do different things every week. And
Canada, eh? We got to get you guys down here.
We're going to be there in November for a big trade show.
We do a big trade show there in Florida every year. So we haul about 3 semi-truckloads of our junk out there and set up a crazy display, and for our annual show there. And you just never know what we're going to bring.
Well, and I'm always so curious, how do you find these people to build these for? Are they people that write into you? Are they clients that you maybe kind of surprise?
Wow, every kind of story is different, but a lot of times folks will have a need and they search on the internet and cross paths with us there. Word of mouth. They also see us at our international trade shows. So, it's just this kind of combination, and now the whole world gets to see us on Animal Planet. So, every situation is just kind of a little bit different, but we're excited about everything that's happening now, though.
All right, so tell us the secret to finding the perfect redwood to create these designs. What do you look for when picking out that tree?
It depends on what design we're talking about. If it's a tree house, obviously we want something that's going to be stout enough to hold, a house on top of it. If it's a wood carving, we need to make sure that the center of the log is intact still, because our redwood trees for the tree houses are hollow in the middle. So if there's a little defect or something in the log, that's perfect for the tree house. For the carving, it has to be nice and clean all the way through. so that you know, we don't have rotten spots and things like that.
It is a challenge, though, and you picked right up on it. You know, normally when you build something out of wood, you call a lumber store and you say, send me this list of lumber. Okay, you don't just call somebody and order up a log that fits the bill for what you have to build. And so the secret to it is knowing a lot of people, doing a lot of hard work. We have to stay compliant with all the environmental laws and rules and regulations and things like that. We also consider a lot of trees to just simply be off limits. All the virgin old growth timber, you know, we don't touch those if they're alive. So there's a lot of times where it's very challenging to find the perfect log for what we need.
Well, and my goodness, I imagine that those redwoods are pretty heavy too. I mean, do you have a team of people who are helping you pick those things up and helping you with the artistry?
Oh yeah, we have a 44-person crew. But it takes cranes and bulldozers and forklifts and heavy equipment to...
The heaviest log we've moved is over 30,000 pounds. So yeah, you don't just move that around just, you know, very easily. In fact, it takes a lot of persuasion with some heavy equipment.
30,000 pounds, my goodness. Well, tell everybody when and where they can see you. I mean, this is a pretty cool show. I want to make sure everybody knows when and where to tune in.
You can see us Friday nights on Animal Planet at 9 p.m.
Ron and John, thank you so much. Good luck on your show. We can't wait to tune in and watch you guys. So thank you for being here.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks for having us.
For more on the Redwood Kings, go to our website, fox4morningblend.com.
Up next, want a bright white and straight smile but don't have time for braces? After the break, a great option and offer from our go-to dentist.